This is a video for the students in Haileybury, and it's talking about using some special symbols in Python. Symbols like greater than or less than or does not equal to or exactly equals to, a couple of those symbols. So let's start with the simplest one, which is going to be a variable. We're going to call the variable name, and I'm going to put in here Nicholas. Right, now in this situation, the single equals means that you are putting this information into this box. So 1 equals means you're putting it into the box, okay? So that's really important. 1 equals means you're just putting it in. However, you cannot use 2 equals. So we might do an if statement. If name 2 equals Nicholas, and then I'm going to put a colon, print in here, exactly equals. Okay, so in this situation, the 2 equals next to each other, it doesn't put the information Nicholas into the box. What it says is the information in there exactly equal to what I'm writing in here? So there's the variation. In the first one, you're saying 1 equals means put this information into that box, whereas 2 equals compares the two. Is what's in there exactly the same as what's there? And then I've got a print statement that says exactly equals. I could save that and run that, and it should say exactly equals, right? So they are 2 different symbols that we're going to talk about. Okay, the next one we might talk about is the greater than or the less than sign, right? So either a less than and greater than sign. So we could have another variable here, and we can have age, and we have age equals 17. So that could be a question you might write to the user, how old are you? In fact, let's do it that way. Let's make it age equals an integer, input, in inverted commas, how old are you? Question mark, space, close my brackets. Right, so there I've got a simple input that I'm going to ask my user, how old are you? And they're going to enter a number for their age. Now, we could use an if statement, and we could say if age is greater than, so age is greater than 18, then we're going to say, we're going to do a print statement, you are old enough to vote. Okay, so that's a greater than statement. Really simple. We could do elif age is exactly equal to 18. So we're saying here, if it's exactly the age of 18, you could print how exciting, comma, you can now drive a car. Okay, so if they're exactly equal to 18, now they can drive a car. Otherwise, which is going to be our else, if they're over 18 years of age, if they're under 18 years of age, then you're going to write print, you can't do anything yet. Right, so this is a couple of symbols in here that I want to show you. Here is our greater than sign. If age is greater than 18, then you're old enough to vote. If age is exactly equal to 18, then you're going to say, how exciting, now you can drive a car. Otherwise, you're going to say, you can't do anything yet, which means that they are under the age of 18. So if I save this, run my program, it'll do that little exactly equals first, and then it'll do how old are you? So I'm going to say I'm 19. So it should say I'm allowed to vote. You are old enough to vote. So let's run it again one more time. Run the module. This time I'm going to be exactly 18. It should tell me I can drive. Perfect. Next time I run it, I'm going to be 12. And it says you can't do anything yet, right? So these are symbols greater than and then exactly equal to, and we've got the equals, which is the input here is being stored into that variable. Right, now another one I wanted to show you is does not equal. Okay, so let's do 2 numbers less than 10, right? So let's get num1 equals, let's do an integer, bracket input, give me a number. Give me a number less than 10. Right, give me a number less than 10. Space, bang, bang. Right, let's even put a colon there. Right, so that's asking the user for a number less than 10. Right, copy that, paste that as well. We're going to call this variable number 2 and give me another number less than 10. Right, now let's do this. If the number, let's add them together. Let's go number equals num1 plus num2. Okay, so there we go. Let's write this. If the number, now this is the does not equals, exclamation mark equals, does not equal. So if the number does not equal, and let's say 12 for example, if the number does not equal 12, then we're going to print I don't know your number. Right, otherwise, we're going to print your number is 12. Okay, so I'll explain this to you here. If the number, so this put in two numbers, so let's say it puts in 6 and 6. So we go down here and say number equals 6 plus 6 equals 12. If the number does not equal 12, it'll say I don't know your number. If it does equal 12, then it should print your number is 12. So this is a does not equal symbol. So let's run this program, just check that I haven't made any mistakes. Hit run. Right, how old am I? I'm 18. All right, give me a number less than 10. I'm going to give him 4. Give me another number less than 10. I'm going to give him 4 again. So this should not equal. So he should say, I don't know your number. I don't know your number. So we want to test our program. So we want to run it one more time. Let's run the module. I'm 18 again. Right now, we want to test this number. I'm going to put 6. And then I'm going to put 6. So my number should be exactly 12. Your number is 12. It guessed my number. So this is where this symbol here does not equal. This is a way that you could use that. This is an example of how you could use that. So there are a few different symbols that you need to know, especially when using integers, that you can use in Python. Now you can use does not equal in other things. It doesn't have to be numerals. You might use a Boolean example in there, if number is not true or is true. So you could use it other ways, and you could use these for strings. If a name is not exactly Nicholas, so you can use it for other things, but these are symbols that you need to know.